officially recording up in here. Yeah, so I want to preface this whole thing by saying that I am an AI fan, which means I don't care about other players out there, past, present, future. AI fans are real fans of AI's game. One, he got the swag. Two, he was okay. We'll carry on with the swag. He made it cool to have cornrows. I never had cornrows. I always wanted cornrows, but he made it cool to have cornrows. He made it cool to show up in like street clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made it fashionable. All the young cats out there that's like rolling in, looking how they look, you can shout that out to AI, how he made that the cool thing to do. Just the way he moved, how he carried himself, he was swagged out. So when I say, because we are talking about the GOAT, potentially the GOAT, or maybe just the greatest to do it or have done it or will do it, I'm an AI fan, so I don't have an investment in this whole entire conversation other than the analytics. I can't even say it. Other than the numbers, man. Shoot, let's get to it. So look, we're talking about LeBron James. Oh, I know that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt people or get people really amped up. But I'm talking about LeBron James, who is the top of the scoring list of all time. What does that mean? It means he's at the top of the scoring list of all time. What does that mean though? It means he can score buckets. And if we are using that as the measurement for greatness, he's at the top of the list. Who has played more games than him though? Because like that's always gonna come up. Who's played more games than him? He's been in for 20 years, right? But people have played more games than him. You have Dirk, Vince, Scott, John Stockton, the Ticket, the Mailman. Like, these cats have played more games than LeBron James, but he has more points than them, like, ever. That should speak volumes to the man who is not known for scoring, because everybody's like, yo, LeBron ain't a scorer. He ain't a scorer. He got the most points. So what does that mean for the guys who are known as scorers? Yeah, I know. There's my point. Okay, so I actually still have more, right? He is below Chris Paul in assists. All right, he's below Chris Paul, who is third on the all-time list for assists. Jason Kidd is second. John Stockton is first. So not only is he scoring buckets, but he's getting other cats involved to score buckets. That's got to mean something. Steve Nash is actually below. If y'all know who Steve Nash is, he's below LeBron. If you know again, let me say that again. Steve Nash in assists is below LeBron. Something to think about. Isaiah Thomas, if y'all know about Isaiah Thomas, Bad Boy Pistons, he's 10th on the list. LeBron again is fourth. So try to like contextualize that and think like, what does that mean totality wise? Not only is he scoring, but he's getting people involved in scoring with him. Dang. Okay. So I haven't made you a believer yet. Again, I'm an AI fan. I'm not invested, but I'm gonna go down this road. LeBron, some people are like, yo, LeBron ain't known for defense. He don't do defense. What if I told you he's 9th all time in steals? Now, granted, he's played in for a hot minute. But the cats that I named who played more games than him, Dirk, the Mailman, Stockton, Ticket, they're not on that list of top 10. Okay, I lied. Stockton's way up there. But when it comes to when it comes to playing defense, he can play defense. He can also get defensive rebounds. 10th on the defensive rebound. Look, that's not his job, right? Per se. I mean, he is a small forward, so he's kind of in the mix. But he's scoring, top in scoring. He's also getting people the ball, but he also has time to go get the rock when the opposing team misses. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now, if you're talking about who's on that list, right, for individuals whose job it is to potentially rebound or stay in the block, of course, you have Cream. Cream should be on there. Moses Malone, Hakeem. You don't know who Hakeem is. The Dream. Dirk. Robert Parrish. Dwight Howard. Tim Duncan. Big fundamentals. Mailman. And, yeah, the Ticket. So if you're talking about defensive rebounds, and it's not really his thing to do defense, like he's not supposed to be in the mix, but he is. That's got to speak something, right? That got to mean something. LeBron is not a scorer. Again, LeBron is not a scorer. I'm gonna say it again. LeBron is not a scorer, but he is second only to Kareem in field goal attempts. Okay, now he's been in for a hot minute. But he also hasn't played as much games as the people that I named before, which means if he's not a scorer, then what are those? Look, man, the mailman was known for scoring, right? Y'all, the mailman was known for scoring. Dirk was known for scoring. The Ticket was known for scoring, you know what I'm saying? But he has more attempts than them. What does that even mean? I'm not sure what that means, man, because it's making me feel very anxious about this whole entire script. LeBron is not a scorer, but he's ninth in three-pointers made. Okay, look, man. He's not known for scoring, but he's ninth on the list for three-pointers made. What? That is crazy. You got me twisted if you're thinking about he's not a scorer. At this point, I think he is a scorer. I'm an AI fan. But it sound like some people just got it real twisted of who LeBron is as they're watching the game, because some people have said like you're watching LeBron, you're watching how he scores, but it doesn't feel like he's scoring all the time. You watch someone like his 30 points isn't the same as Steph Curry's 30 points. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry's 30 points, it really do look like he's out there just throwing it up, you know what I'm saying? Like every time he gets the ball, it looks like he's throwing it up to get that 30. But LeBron, it looks like he's doing this. It doesn't look the same. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look the same. And on top of that, he's getting people involved. He's stealing the ball every once in a while. He's getting rebounds. Like he's getting triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? Like dang, he's not. LeBron is not a scorer though. You know what I'm saying? He's not a scorer, but he is throwing it up when it comes to three-pointers. I mean, granted, he has been in the league for a minute, but that's still got to mean something. Let's see here. Free throws. He's fourth all-time. Free throws, fourth all-time. I think that's like made. I think it's fourth all-time made, and I think it's fifth in attempts. I might have that backwards. I should probably look that up again. But hey, LeBron, some people are like, LeBron's weakness is free throws, but he's on the list. So I don't know what that means. It seems that a lot of cats are very much fixated on the ring chasing game. Like, look, Mike got 6 of them things. But if we're talking just rings, you know, where whoever has the most rings runs the ship, then it's not MJ. But what people really got hung up on, and I hate to say this, when you watch the game air, that's my dude back there. But if you watch the game air, it doesn't really fully tell you the story of what the plan is to get MJ to the point of MJ is today. Like they really did okay, after the dunk contest, they had it all lined up where they would come out with his shoe, his commercial, I want to be like Mike, and it was definitely predicated on his performance, but man, did they hit the nail on the head when it came to having that product pushed out, and they already had like the way forward and how they want people to perceive not just him, the shoe, Nikes. They had it all already mapped out. They had it on paper. They knew what to do, and it just so happens that every once in a while, when you have a plan and it works out, this is what happens. You got an icon. Now, I can only imagine. I'm an AI fan. I'm telling you, I'm an AI fan. If Reebok would have done the same thing when he crossed over Mike, if they would have done the same thing, came out with a commercial like, everybody would have been out in the courtyard, you know, maybe they would have had the tongue out because that's what Mike's thing, but they would have been, because I was out in the court Before he even crossed over Mike, I saw him at Georgetown. I was like, yo, that's what I want to do. But that's neither here or there. I'm just trying to let y'all know that marketing does play a role in letting y'all know out there who we recognize is it, because anybody can be it. Like right now, y'all probably thinking the GOAT right now for music, and when it comes to hip hop, is probably Drake, right? Or am I wrong? It's probably Drake. There's other cats out there will tell you like, yo, Pac, Big, Jay, Nas. But none of them really had a campaign to really put it out that they're the best. But for the old heads, we kind of recognize Game. But for social media purposes, we're all gonna probably say Drake. And some cats might even say it's like Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you are, you might be shy. It might be Kodak Black. If you out in like Florida, it might be Trick Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like depending where you are, that's who you're gonna roll with. Shoot, Cali is gonna be Nip. You know, it might be. Shoot, I don't know, man. But what I'm trying to say is, LeBron really hasn't had a campaign put up on him. It's changing, like lately it's been changing, but when he first came out, there wasn't a huge campaign to really put him out there as this dominant figure, because you had cats in there. You still had Shaq, who was dominating the game. He like, man, when Shaq won the ball and he got the ball was going into the rim, and it didn't matter if there was a body in a way. The ball was going to go through the body. You still had Black Mamba, rest in peace. You still had Black Mamba, rest in peace. And he was out there still doing his thing. Like, I guess he's like the carbon copy of MJ. And people don't want to hear this. I'm going to say it right now. Kobe is a more skilled baller than MJ. I think he's also a more intellectual baller than MJ. People don't want to hear that, but I'm gonna put it out there. He just didn't have the additional ring. If he would have had the additional ring, oh man, that's an easy conversation. Easy conversation straight out of high school. Was dating Brandy. If y'all know about Brandy, he was dating Brandy. He came out. I think he did I can't remember if he did the dunk contest, but I think he did, because you know that's what you got to do when you like that. He did a little 360. He had those Adidas shoes. I had those Adidas shoes. I was also a Kobe fan, but I'm an Iverson fan though. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm gonna get to the point. The point I'm trying to make here is there wasn't a huge campaign to really emphasize who LeBron is, because all his life he's been followed. He has chosen one on his back, but all his life he's already been like scripted as this person who's going to be the number one draft pick, which means you're going to the crappiest team. That crappiest team, by the way, when they went to the playoffs the first time that he was with them, try naming another player that's on that playoff team. Good luck. He understood, like, for him to win, because of the situation that you're in, when you are the top player, you go to the worst team, you're probably not going to get the pieces that you need right away. So he left to go get his rings, came back, won a ring with that team, went to LA, won a ring with that team. So now he got 4 rings, 3 different teams. Like, yo, that probably won't ever be done again unless KD finds another way, trips on the ring. But probably won't be done again, because that's GOAT talk right there. Like, granted, MJ had a great infrastructure. He had a Hall of Fame coach. He had Hall of Fame Pippen. And one time they had, like, y'all don't know, but Kukoc was like Hall of Fame Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kukoc was it. Rodman was Hall of Fame. Bad boy Rodman, and then you have Bulls Rodman. Bulls Rodman was a beast. You're talking about a guy who can play defense, who can play any defensive position. He would guard centers at his height and his weight and still maul them over. He would get all the boards. There's games he would get plus 15 boards or plus 20 boards, 0 points. Outlandish stats. But yeah, I think that there is an emphasis on greatness right now, and everybody wants to hear that talk. I just gave y'all stats. Those are stats y'all could look up. MJ is also on the top like 10 list of like everything, not everything, but like scoring. I don't think he's in assists. I think he's on steals, but there's some things out there that he's like top 10 in. But LeBron, but when it's all said and done, because he might play 2 more years, so he can play with Bronny. If he plays 2 more years, some of those records won't ever be touched. Okay, no one's ever gonna break the scoring record because no one's coming out of high school anymore, and you would have to come out of high school, play 20 plus years to break the record when it's all said and done. Anyways, again, I'm an AI fan, but for the sake of argument, I think LeBron has a legit conversation when it comes to GOAT talk. I don't, and to be honest with you, I don't think there should ever be a GOAT talk. We should just recognize game, just say like, yo, MJ's a GOAT, LeBron's a GOAT, Kobe's a GOAT. The most dominant player, this one can't be argued, is definitely Shaq. That's going to be another conversation. That's going to be another video. But there's a lot of conversation out there that we can have, and I think we all can find a happy medium and recognize all of them as GOAT, because all of them do talk that language. Anyways, that's it for me. It's bedtime. My monitor for my baby's about to go off. I gotta go. Deuces.